Welcome on board Nina Soraya, a custom-built 57-foot aluminium exploration ketch. Take a little walk aft, which is centre cockpit. So we've got a nice big aft deck there. Lots of space. We have davits and a radar arch combined on the stern. Nice big dinghy on davits there. Steps to easily enter the water with a swimming ladder and a folding passerelle. The davits have their own dedicated winches, making it very easy to haul the dinghy and outboard up. There's a mount for a Starlink dish and radar. And the outboard can rest here for long passages, and on short coastal work the outboard just stays on the dinghy and is easily handled on the davits. Taking a little walk forward on the wide side decks and take a little peek at the cockpit. Really a massive cockpit. Room for lots of people in there. Walking further forward is good hand grips, and looking on top of the pilot house roof is a pair of solar panels there. And past the shrouds. And there's another pair of panels on the deck there, 600 watts in total installed, and they're flexible panels that you can walk on if required. Nice big foredeck area and a 40 kilo Epsilon stainless steel anchor coupled to 100 meters of 12mm stainless steel chain. And that's all controlled by a Lofran's heavy duty windlass with capstan. So very robust anchor gear fitted to this boat. Massive locker up forward here. The chain locker's in here, chain locker's self-draining, and in here there's plenty of space for all the fenders, spare lines, warps. You can put a second dinghy in there if required. Mooring bollards. And then we have two forestays, with the Genoa being on a profile system. Very robust, lots of redundancy. Staysail is also on a profile, and looking aft we can see the track there. It's a self-tacking staysail. Nearly all the gear on the boat is Antal, so Antal winches and turning blocks. Very robust. The mast and boom sections are predominantly all welded fittings, making them very strong, minimises the risk of corrosion with dissimilar metals. The mainsail is fully battened in a stack pack with lazy jacks. Makes it very easy to handle with just a few people. Nearly every line is led aft, so it's quite easy to put a reef on the main without having to leave the security of the cockpit. Coming back aft and just stepping into the cockpit now. All the clutches, Antal winches, primary and secondary. The life rafts just stored on the aft deck there. The mizzen mast, the same, very robust sections, all welded. Very solid. Onto the steering position, we've got to have a chart plotter, log, wind, echo sounder and autopilot, a compass of course, controls for the biothruster and the engine panel. The cockpit has a massive amount of storage underneath the cockpit seats. This is all open storage, lots of space for all the paraphernalia you might need on a long distance voyage. Very well protected, the cockpit feels very safe even in a heavy seaway. Coming forward now, we have a nice cockpit table with storage inside the table. And forward again, and we're into the entrance of the pilot house. We have this area here is super nice and secure. There's room for 2 people to sit on each side, and it's sheltered. Very nice place in bad weather. And a watertight door leading into the pilot house. Down 2 steps. Pilot house truly has 360-degree views all around. Sliding windows which can be opened at sea. On the port side we have a sofa, ideal for sleeping on whilst on watch. There's a lee cloth. Lots and lots and lots of storage on this boat. Massive big drawers going underneath there. We have a nav station here. Chart plotter inside, VHF, autopilot, Navtex, SSB radio, and just in the corner there is a handset for the Inmarsat fleet broadband. We also have a Starlink dish on board. More and more storage underneath the seat there, drawers up the side there, big chart table drawer, very neat electrical control panel, and 240 equivalent and battery isolators. And we have some hanging space there for clothes. So we're center cockpit, we have some of the boat forwards, and we're just going to take a little tour aft, down the companionway steps. Okay, here we go, the port cabin. Nice double bed, lots of light and ventilation up there. Wet heating system, and again masses of locker space. Some cubby holes there, and into the saloon. So very light and airy saloon. And we have a galley with more space than you've ever seen. There's a Wallace diesel stove and oven. Huge cupboards. There's a microwave in this one. Lots and lots of storage. Custom made stainless steel sink unit. Perfect for at sea. It works with a gastronorm system, and more storage behind that. We have one fridge down there. Very cozy seating area. Specially designed table that can fold up and turn, so whether you have 10 people sitting around it or 2, you can get an excellent format. Some bookshelves there. Very secure galley at sea. You always have this centre island to brace against. And this is another easily accessible fridge. Going into the aft cabin now. Very large double bed. Acres and acres of storage. Lockers. And more lockers. Very well ventilated with a large hatch there. With small heads attached to that cabin. Back through the saloon and galley now. Cabin to our left and another heads through here. This has a completely separate shower compartment, which we used very much as a drying room when we were up north, and we have a washing machine, dishwasher, and a large heater. Coming back up the companionway steps, back up into the pilot house, and now dropping down a couple of steps into the forward part. So we have a cabin here on our right, forepeak ahead, and another heads here. Very well appointed electric toilet, and a completely separate shower compartment here. And lots of storage even in the heads. Back to the cabin on the right. It's one of the wet radiator systems. A nice cozy double berth. Drawers underneath. Lockers above. And large hanging locker space. And we're up into the forepeak. So this we've used really as a workshop, tool storage, spare parts. There's a large freezer there. And on this side here, there are effectively two bunks. We do have the cushions for them, but in reality we've always just used this as storage for equipment and supplies. You can fit pairs of skis in there, all that kind of thing. But a very useful space, and lots of storage under the floor as well.